Hey, David Cole, Mack David Buildings. Just kind of want to show y'all how to assemble a ground stand here. Now for your stern, you want to use for the stern, you want to come in and you want to mark 2'6" to the center. Okay, that's going to be your center because these are 5 feet. And then from that center point, you want to come off of it 12.5 inches. Right here, 12.5 inches. And then when you do the bow one, you'll do the same thing, but only make it 10.5 inches because you want the bow to be in a little closer than the stern side. But these ground stands will adjust from 7 inches up to 1'4". But to go ahead and mount the rock, you'll just use impact screws. Now, of course, if you want the 7 inches, you would turn it this way and go all the way down. And of course, you just put the label back here on this side. But the most common adjustment is here. You'll take bolts, place the bolts wherever you want for your adjustment. Same thing over here. Then you just take your 1¼ impact. Just like that. Then after that, you'll want to assemble your bunker board clips. It's always best to go ahead and get them assembled here. Just make sure that's always sitting in the seat in the down position. Slap that in. Put your spacer. Put the bottom part of the clip on. Do the same thing. Put your spacers between. Flip over and do the same thing. Spacers in. Now you can leave the last one out to make sure that you get this thread over top, and then you can slide it over and around. And then you want to make sure that your angle where your clips are facing in, so that way it'll never interfere with the forklift. Very important, making sure you get these spacers between. Then you repeat. Same thing for the other side. Just always make sure about these spacers being in between. make sure that you got that spacer. Spacers in between. Get this one over here since we already got it. Spacers in. Now when you go to tighten these, it's good to have you a couple little clamps. Go ahead and get it squeezed up in here and make sure none of them spacers are caught up on the top of the flange or anything. Same thing and all that over here. And it's always good to either use a ratchet or a low speed, but you don't want to do a fast impact because you can really strip these out. But you always want to make sure you keep it in a down position. Slow rotating, but go ahead and get it up there kind of snug. But as always, just make sure you keep this thing held in a down position while you're tightening. Make sure it's in the seat. Sit in there real good. You can just use a regular ratchet, or you always want to make sure to keep it in a down position. Upper close. Take off the clamps, lift it up, and move it around and make sure you got everything lined up right. And then just kind of take a wrench and fine tune. And then you'll kind of get a feel for it. When it's tight, you don't want to over tighten them. You don't want to be pounding down on them because you can break them. Just as long as they're tight enough, let it go all the way down. You may hear a little bit of a squeak, and that's good as long as it can go down. And then there it's tight. And then make sure your adjustment, yep. And then you'll repeat and you do the same thing on the other side. And that's how you put it together. Thank you.